What do you think of when I do this? If you said smoking, you're right. In 1964, the Surgeon General issued the first report that concluded that smoking cigarettes can cause cancer and other health risks. People still smoke even though they know the diseases that smoking can cause. What makes smoking so addictive, and how to quit. I've been the caregiver to patients with diseases caused from smoking for over 10 years. I'll focus today on diseases that smoking causes, what causes smoking to be so addictive, and how to stop smoking. First, I'm going to go over the biggest diseases smoking can cause. When I think of smoking, I don't think of someone frail in their bed dying too young. I think of somebody at a bar with a drink having a cigarette. My coworkers on break having a cigarette, and the way my mother's house always smells like an ashtray. The leading cause of death in America is heart disease. This is caused from smoking. I'm going to go over the diseases, mainly the heart and the lungs. Heart disease is the number one cause from smoking. Number 2 is lung cancer. Number 3 is COPD. COPD, again, is the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It means that their lungs can't open up enough to take a deep breath, to feel like they can breathe. Even on oxygen, eventually the patients can't breathe at all. The mortality rate for heart disease is 1,690,000. The mortality rate for lung cancer is 850,000. For COPD, it's 118,000. Every year, people that didn't have to die. This is only from people that smoked. So now that we've learned about the horrid diseases that smoking can cause, we're going to move on to why smoking is so addictive. Addiction. Addiction is more than just a chemical that you put in your body that your body still wants. It's also things that make you want to have what it causes you to feel. For example, after a long day of work, you come home and want a cigarette. It makes you feel relaxed, that you're not as stressed as you were before. Instead of eating that piece of cake, you decide to have a cigarette instead. Nicotine is the number one reason why people are so addicted to cigarettes. There are over 7,000 different types of chemical compounds, 250 which of these are poisonous. For example, formaldehyde, which is also embalming fluid. The reaction that your body gets whenever you smoke a cigarette, first off, is the nicotine. It gives you 1 milligram straight to your brain from the smoke that you inhale into your lungs. Think of, instead of eating a piece of candy to give you that sugar rush, you take a bite of sugar. The second thing is, it's habit forming. Just the hand to mouth. That's why lots of people have such trouble quitting smoking, is it's not the willpower that they're short, it's the habit breaking, hand to mouth. The third, and I believe the biggest thing that keeps people from quitting smoking, that causes the addiction in smoking cigarettes, is the crashes when you don't have it. I'm sure you've heard the phrase nicotine fits. It's an actual chemical reaction in your brain and your body. It goes through all of your nervous systems and throughout the entire lymphatic system in your body. Whenever your body doesn't have the nicotine that it craves from that cigarette, it causes anxiety. And that anxiety causes numerous other things in your body to react until you get that cigarette. Now, there are multiple causes for addiction, including stress, depression, lack of a support system, or no willpower. How to quit smoking. The first step you have to do in quitting smoking is starting the conversation. Whether you're trying to quit smoking or you're trying to help your friend or family member quit smoking, what are the reasons you want to quit? Is it health risks? 82% of people in America that have lung disease is because they smoked or was a direct cause from smoking. What is your reason to quit? Is it your grandchild? Your son or daughter? Your significant other? Once you have your reason, now you need a plan. What are you going to do to make sure that all those stressors that were there aren't going to make it harder for you to quit? You need to make sure that you have a support system. There are multiple sites available online that will assist you in quitting. The one I found is my favorite with the most information at hand is www.quit.com. They also offer nicotine support, which gives you the chance, instead of that one just cold turkey quitting, which cold turkey means that instead of your body getting that nicotine from the cigarette, all of a sudden it just doesn't have it anymore, and you just have to deal with the crashes. Struggle with your own willpower not to pick that cigarette up, even though your whole body's going through and fighting you to pick it up. They offer nicotine patch, nicotine gum, multiple other nicotine supplements that allow you to gradually step down your nicotine level from where it was when you were smoking to where it is when you don't need anything at all. So today, we've learned why you shouldn't smoke, what happens if you do smoke, and how to quit smoking. The Surgeon General gave us our first warning in 1964, and now you know why he gave us that warning. What has happened to the people who didn't heed his warning, and how to quit smoking. Mark Twain, famous author, said, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." Which means your first step is the hardest, but every step afterwards is only going to be easier and easier. You'll thank yourself in the long end. Thank you.